Club N17, I'm here with WAKO. We have just beat Wolfsberg 4-1. It was 4-1 in the end, weren't it, Wak?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, 4-1 in the end. And so do you think any of the fringe players did themselves a good service and put them in any kind of stead to start against West Ham?
Gareth Bale played well, I think. I don't know if he's starting against West Ham, because this is Mourinho, isn't it, we're talking about. But I think he done well. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think he done really well.
He done better than he's not done lately, isn't he?
Yeah.
He got an assist, didn't he? He got a goal. And
Yeah.
he looked all right. He was taking the players on and that. We have got to remember this was Wolfsberg, and it is, or is it what I said the other day? Is it a bit of, though, because we had the ball? I said this the other day. Is Dele Alli and Bale going to play good when we're playing so deep and not on the ball much? So it could even be a bit of that as well as it being a weaker team. I don't know.
I got you. I know what you mean, but I think generally his goal was a good goal. His assist was a good assist. Generally, I think he was getting around the pitch a lot. Look, we can't expect too much aggression from Gareth Bale. Bale's never really been aggressive, even when we had him when he started with us and he was a left back. Part of the reason he got pushed up is because he was fantastic attacking, but he weren't really aggressive enough. Generally in the tackle, in the air, that sort of thing.
I think the goal he scored, though, no matter who the defender was, I think that would have still been a goal. The way he stopped it, took it, and then scored. Whoever that defender was, I think he would have skinned them like he skinned that person.
That was a typical Gareth Bale goal, weren't it? And he gets those kind of typical Gareth Bale goals against any level of opposition, no matter high or low. So, no, I agree with you, WAKO. I think that it was really, really promising. Promising game from him. What did you make of Dele Alli's game then?
Dele Alli, I was just about to say Dele Alli. I think he had an all right game too. Although, did you see where he took the player on near the line, wasn't it, and got that shot off? It was saved, wasn't it? But he nutmegged him, didn't he? Done a typical Alli, didn't he? Fucking through the legs. And it's a shame he didn't get the goal, but that was a good bit. And he did do some good bit of play in it as well, I think. He didn't do bad either.
He got around as well, didn't he? He got around the pitch quite well.
Yeah, I don't know what you think. What do you think? Do you think he done any good?
Yeah, I do. I don't. It'll be interesting to see what Dean thinks about this because he thinks I love off Dele Alli and Gareth Bale.
Yeah,
which I do anyway. But I thought he didn't do himself bad. I think he got, like I said, he got himself around well. That turn that he got himself away from the player and then had that side foot shot. The shot was a bit tame, but Ali's not really known for like the viciousness in his shooting.
Yeah, I don't think it was that bad. Like one of the commentators said, it could have been better. I don't think it was that bad of a shot from the angle he was at. I personally didn't think it was too bad of a shot.
No, I mean,
from the angle he was at, I don't think it could have been much better.
His shooting technique, that's all it is. He's not one to have a real fully firm leg while he's having a shot to get extra power in. He's got his own unique kind of technique when it comes to shooting, just like Christian Eriksen used to have. I used to say that he didn't necessarily kick the ball, rather just slap it with his foot. So like he has scored a couple of screamers, but he's needed a lot of space and time to generate that sort of power to get it to that kind of velocity. So I don't necessarily think he done himself any like bad or anything like that. But he won't start, will he? Because when Lamela came on, there was instantly more energy when Lamela came on in that team.
You wouldn't say he done himself proper justice and Mourinho's got to put him in the team now, but he didn't do too bad. He done better than he's been doing, I think.
Yeah, perfect.
He done better than he's been doing.
Yeah, it's been his best game for a while, but we know he can do a lot better. So when I say it's been his best game for a while, that doesn't mean I'm trying to call for him to start. That doesn't mean I'm trying to say Dele Alli's back. That's just me saying this is the best we've seen from him for a while. So let's keep on getting him some minutes because he's a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then who do we add?
Moore made you look a bit stupid with his lovely finish, didn't he?
He did. It really did. He made a mug of me completely.
That was fucking lovely.
I actually wrote down on my notes, do we need to start playing Lucas Moura on the left? I mean, look, the answer is no, of course, because that's where Son is. But the reason why it's still a bit of a relevant question is because we, Dean and I at least, have been talking about why are we not playing Harry Kane in the number 10 position? He can clearly play it, and he's clearly kind of been playing it anyway. So why not have him on the 10 with Son up top and Lucas on the left, Bale on the right? But, you know, there's versatility in there. You can change them around a bit.
Yeah, especially because sometimes he don't change them at all, does he? And they're all fucked, like Kane and that. He could give it a go. There is things he could do, isn't there? Like you say, yeah.
So do you think Lucas had a good game in general, or was it bits and spurts? What did you think?
Bits and spurts, I'd say. It wasn't a bad game, but bits and spurts.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I want him to do well. The note that I wrote down straight after he scored the goal was Lucas Moura is finally using his attributes. So he dribbles past a couple of people and then has a good firm shot. So I've said it already. He's got good shooting technique with both feet. Really good dribble.
It was a lovely goal,
wasn't it?
He took it round a couple of people and it was a lovely goal, wasn't it?
Absolutely beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. So I can't really tell whose is better between his or Bale's goals because they were both brilliant. Right. Say that again, mate.
On the whole, I think he's done all right. On the whole, I think he's done all right. He was getting about and that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was linking with Ali a little bit, actually. Ali and Lucas were linking up a bit.
Yeah. I noticed that a bit in the first half, and the commentary from the stream I was watching, they mentioned it as well, that those guys have been linking up quite well together. I wonder if there'll be some sort of unity between the players who aren't really getting that much game time.
Yeah.
So when they are on the pitch together, maybe they try a little bit harder. Maybe they look for each other.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah. So Vinicius was even a good goal. To get his leg there, I know it was near and that, but to get his leg up there and put it, that was quite a good goal.
It was a good technique. Do you remember the other game when I think it was against Marine anyway, where Gareth Bale scores one kind of similar, where he's one-on-one really close to the keeper, and he just kind of wraps his leg round and he's on the turn and hooks it past the keeper. So they're both quite similar. So the reason why I brought that up is because Dean didn't seem to think that goal from Gareth Bale was that good. So it'll be interesting to see what he thinks about this goal from Vinicius. We have actually been speaking about Vinicius recently. The fact that he does make good runs. And we saw a bit of it again today. He wasn't getting the ball when he was making them runs.
No, I wonder if what you were saying, that I wonder what it would be like to see him playing with our first team as such, like the better players, like, say, Kane was in the number 10, like I watched Sean and Dane's video. And I wonder what he could do well then, playing with the better players and got them linking up if people actually passed to him, and he made his runs. He could be an all right player. He's not had enough. It looks like he's not had enough game time, and that's like the first thing when I see today. I was like, why is finished? Why is Son up to right? Mourinho, is he going to make up his mind? Right? Last year, Son was not a striker. How many times did he want to make that clear? Son was not a striker. This year, he's called him a striker. And he's started him up there. But then yesterday or the day before, I see on one of his flipping whatever it was, one of his videos he said that he weren't a striker again. But then today, he's putting him in the striker position and not Vinicius. And that's why we got the geezer. To play him in games like this, to play him up top in games like this, and even in the league if Kane's injured or to give Kane a rest. Like today was a prime example where Vinicius should have been starting in my eyes.
I don't disagree, but I see what Mourinho was trying to do. He wanted to close the game out early, and he did bring Vinicius on like quite early. Was it at half time? I think so. He brought him on quite early.
No, it weren't, was it? No,
Huh?
it weren't at half time, was it?
No. He did make a change at half time. He took Son off at half time, though, didn't he?
Who did take off at half time? I'm not sure. You might be right, but I can't remember him doing anyone at half time. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, me too, to be honest with you. We're not experts in club at N17. We just go off of the fields and what we've just seen, and we just spit it out from there.
Early. Yeah, I didn't think he came on that early, but I suppose I could be wrong.
No, somebody came on because he brought Son off quite early, but I can't remember it, but it don't really matter. So Winks, he got a chance today.
Do you know what? You just said him, yeah? I can't remember seeing him.
Right.
Perhaps it was me. I don't know. Perhaps it was just, I can't really remember him being in the game much, to be honest. I could be wrong.
I know this is going to sound like a strange question, WAKO, but is that a good or a bad thing to you, the way you perceive the game? Is it good that you didn't notice him because he was just doing his bits in the middle, or was it bad because he was anonymous and you wanted to see him put his stamp on it?
When you just said that, when you just said it and I was answering the question, I was looking at it that it was bad. But then when you put it to me, I don't know. Is it bad? I would say yeah, but then for how he has been playing, where he's done the fuck ups, he obviously didn't make too many big fuck ups. Otherwise, I would have noticed him that way, wouldn't he? So yeah, I don't know. But first opinion, how I was looking at it, I was thinking it's bad.
Right. Okay. The other one then. Let me say, what did I think before I move on to the next one?
Yeah.
I did notice him a little bit. I did notice him, and he did pass forward probably that I can remember 2, possibly 3 times. Wolfsberg done us a favour by just bending over in the first half. They had nothing for us, didn't they? Did they? No. So they made it quite easy for him because I think Sissoko had a little bit of a shocker for his standards. And so
give away another penalty.
It was clumsy, wasn't it? It was soft, but it was clumsy.
How many we've given last 3 games a penalty each game, haven't we? Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we panic around them areas, don't we? It's absolutely mental.
Oh, I didn't mind them getting that goal though, because that made me win my bet.
Oh, did you? That's for you, fam. Nice one. Well, I said to Dean that I was hoping. I said 3-1, but I was hoping for like a 5-7-1 because I wanted us scoring goals, firing and hot for the West Ham game. So I'm relatively satisfied. I'm okay with the 4-1. I'm okay with that. But back to Winks very quickly. He gets like a kind of 6 out of 10 for me. He was okay. He'd done a couple of things wrong, but he's not playing regularly and he needs to get his confidence back. But he started off okay. But I put part of that down to the opposition. I don't mean to be negative, but that's just how I saw it. So next one we want to move on to WAKO, unless you wanted to say anything else about Winks.
No.
Doherty. Matt Doherty.
Wasn't good. Wasn't brilliant. Wasn't terrible. Another one, probably like Winks, really. Didn't do anything that great, but I wouldn't say he done anything that bad either.
No.
How about you?
It just popped up in my head because I think Davis gets a lot of stick because people think he doesn't really offer us anything. But every now and again, I've said it to Dean before that I think probably 1 every 6 to 8 matches he'll put a class crossing. So if that's the case, then isn't it the same with Doherty? Because he doesn't really give us anything on that side. And he's probably Davis is a better defender than him, I think, personally. Because what I noticed today, he actually can't take a player on. He cannot beat a player.
No,
he don't have the guile for it.
He good. Like when he played for Wolves and that, I thought he was meant to be all right playing a wing back. But even when he's played wing back for us, he's been no good, has he?
Exactly.
Like
no threat, and attacking. You don't want him against some of the quicker, more smarter players.
Better teams, yeah. As I say, I'm not saying it was his worst game he's had today because he's had some shockers, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But he should be standing out, shouldn't he?
I totally agree with you, Wak. Yeah.
And I wouldn't say that he stood out.
Or just do something. Just so that me and you can go, oh, what about that cross that Doherty put in?
I did say the last game he played, or the game before, whenever I did give him a bit of credit, didn't I? I said that was definitely the best game Doherty had. I can't remember who it was against.
I think that's when we started off at Everton, and we started off really well. We started off the blocks, and we were doing really quick one-touch passing. Yeah. That's where I think possibly where his strengths may be. I might be talking shit already because I was going to say about positioning. Or maybe, or late runs, but he's not that great at either of those because he's not a very good outlet on the right. But it was just when we were moving with the ball, he was really good at keeping up with play and keeping the momentum going in the move.
Right. Well, that's what Alfie said he was good at Wolves, and that said his movement. He was good for good movement. That's what Alfie reckons. He was.
Well, we've yet to see anything from him, really.
Yeah.
Anything. I think that was all of our fringe players, though. Really, wasn't there? Because so it was Toby at the back. So all in all, what did you think of the game, WAKO? I know it's a broad question, but speak your brains.
Well, it should have been today, really, wasn't it? It should have been about that sort of score line. Probably, maybe should have really got a clean sheet, maybe.
Did you expect that though?
What, a goal?
Clean sheet.
Yeah. Well, I went. Yeah, no. I betted 4-1.
Oh, you betted against? So no, you didn't.
So no, I didn't expect it, but really it should be, shouldn't it?
Yeah, you must have cheered that Vinicius's goal. Then you must have cheered that well loud. Then. Yeah. Ching ching.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. So I guess. So the take, what would you say will be the takeaways from this game? Because I don't think we can really use it too much as any kind of preempt to the West Ham game because it's probably going to be a lot of changes. So what would you be able to take from this game?
Ali managed to get a few minutes behind him. Hopefully he can start coming in a bit more. And I suppose that could be a takeaway. Bale got a few minutes, looked better. It's hard, isn't it? What else? What is there really?
Not too much. Still can't defend.
Yeah.
Well, no, is that being harsh? No. Actually, there were some wobbly moments.
The second half, was it the first 15 minutes or so was a bit wobbly, wasn't it?
Yeah, at the back, yeah.
They did have a few chances through the match, didn't they? Like if they was better opposition, they would have probably stuck it in the back of the net. Lloris made a couple of saves, didn't he? I think.
Yeah, he did, and they hit the post. They hit the post twice in the game.
Yeah, and he made a save bottom left corner.
Yeah, and that's a team that weren't up. They were not up for it. They probably got a proper rocket at half time. Yeah, because that first half performance from them was absolutely embarrassing. We had a Harry Winks on standby mode, kind of doing bits in midfield. No, I know I said that we were saying that we didn't really remember him doing too much. He didn't do too much, but he still had better control in the midfield than they.
Too wrong either, did he? He
No,
didn't
he
do
didn't do
nothing
too much
too
wrong
wrong
either.
either. So.
I think Sissoko had a bit of a stinker. He wasn't really that good today.
No.
But again, he kind of done his jobs. He done his job, but he done it really, really messier than it normally looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of Højbjerg when he come on?
Say it again.
What did you think of Højbjerg when he come on?
I mean, he didn't need to come on, and when he did come on, he done what Højbjerg does. He was doing Sissoko's job, but just a lot tidier. I think Winks looks better next to Højbjerg than he does Sissoko. So what was you going to say there about Mourinho, mate?
Mourinho probably brought him on to try and give him a little bit of confidence after the last couple of games. Probably felt bring him on, bit of a lesser team, let him, because he's given away a couple of penalties, hasn't he? Hadn't played to his normal standards, did he? So that's probably why he brought him on.
I feel you. Minutes. Yeah, just get him on the pitch before the big game on the weekend. Just get him loose and get him ready. So,
but that's another takeaway, I suppose, that we didn't have to bring all the big guns on really early to try and finish the job, and that's another takeaway from this match.
Yeah, good point. I mean, in fact, we brought on some of the more fringe players. Oh, Bergwijn. Oh, WAKO. I feel bad because he's a young kid, but I'm getting more and more pissed off with him. I'm getting just as frustrated with how it took me about a season and a half to get this frustrated with Lucas Moura. I'm just getting as frustrated with Bergwijn today. He's got no bottle. He's got no
I was listening to you and Dane. Like, Dane don't really like Lucas, does he? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Lucas has been the bollocks for us, nowhere near, obviously. But I think I'd probably rather see Lucas on the pitch than Bergwijn.
Right now, me too, mate. Me too.
No.
Because Bergwijn gave us balance, and he was doing a job defensively. And at the time, that was okay because that was how we were playing. So it looked correct for how Mourinho set us up that he'd be playing in that manner. But now, in a game like today, he kind of looked like if Doherty was an attacker. Like, he doesn't look like he can beat a man. It just looks like he needs to be in the right position to get a shot off. He won't create a chance on his own. The chance has to fall onto him for him to do something about it. And he's so low on confidence, you don't necessarily trust him to take them chances.
No, I didn't really know about him before he came to us, but apparently when I did hear what I heard, I thought he was a bloke who liked to take players on and run at them and that.
Mate, me and Dean recognised this early on. It was bollocks. And Dean's dad and Sean. We were all watching him. And I think I spoke to Dean about a week after the game. I'm like, well, I thought he said he was fast. And I think Dean's dad was saying that to him. What was going on? I thought we heard he was like proper rapid, but I don't like. He's not faster than Lucas. I don't know if he don't look faster than Son to me. They might be about the same. So I don't know where that came from. He doesn't look like he's got a skill on him, does he? You can't picture him doing step overs and then trying to do a little jink past anybody. It's just he'll push the ball past someone and run past them if he can.
Yeah. I must admit, though, when he scored that goal against City that time, that was his first match, wasn't it? I thought, Cole, we're going to have a player. We've got a player on our hands here.
It looked like technique, didn't it? Because he was low down and he chested it down and then half volleyed it in. Really good goal. But look, don't get me wrong, though. I appreciate what he's done for the team so far. Go on, actually, I'll let you talk.
Alfie said, though, and I'd probably agree, that Bergwijn was better than he is now when he first came in for us. And I think he's probably right. I think he was playing better when we first got him than he is now.
Yeah, it's because did we have Poch when he first came in? No, we didn't. No, that was still Mourinho.
No.
Yeah, well, he probably had a
Yeah.
bit of freedom, didn't he? He didn't have the monkey on his back, the Mourinho monkey on his
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, which he didn't back then. No, because Mourinho hadn't been in long. We had a lot of players in and out, didn't we? Like Kane was out and that, so he was getting a lot of game time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just watching him today when he came on, I'm thinking, okay, well, you're a fringe player. You need to prove something. He might be a bit of a teacher's pet with Mourinho, but I still personally think that he needs to prove something going forward, at least. And going forward, he didn't give us anything.
No.
I don't think
No.
he gave us anything at all. So we just had a blank on the left-hand side when he came on.
Is that because Mourinho's beat into him now?
That's what it seems like, doesn't it?
Play defensive, more defensive. Do you know what I mean? And he's so used to it now that he's forgot how to fucking attack.
That's what I was going to say. So what, has he forgot that he has any flair, or because how strong he is, and he's got a good workman mentality. So if he did actually have that one attribute of a little bit of skill and another attribute, a bit of confidence or cockiness to want to beat a player, then we'd have a player on our hands. But he's just too timid. He's too mild.
I think he did have that more. I think he did have a lot more of that when he first come, actually, didn't they? If you think back. We was at the start for thinking he's going to become a good player. Give it a season or so, and he's going to. But he seems to have gone backwards, as I say.
No, you're right, Wack. That's just made me kind of have a think back, and I do actually remember him trying to get past players and actually getting past players. Whereas now all he wants to do is maybe just hold it up and then do a simple 5-yard pass and then run into space. It's like, bro,
I think it's the Mourinho stick. Mourinho stick.
Oh, mate. So how are you feeling about? Because we usually do pre-drinks with you, but while I've got you here, then, mate, what do you think about the West Ham game?
Right, do you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here, and for some reason, I didn't have this feeling. I've got a good feeling. I think we're going to beat them.
Fuck.
I think we're going to beat them.
You going to put any money on it?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, I think we're going to beat them.
All right.
It's the type of thing we will do. It's the type of thing we will do is we start doing bad and go, and then we'll be playing a team where, West Ham, and normally we lose to West Ham even when they ain't that great, don't we, a lot of times?
Oh, they always turn up. They always turn up against us.
And we turn around now and we're going to beat them. It's the type of thing we do. We turn around now and go and beat them. And then we go and play Burnley and lose.
How do we beat them, WAKO?
By fucking attacking a bit. But by playing a bit and starting Toby and Dyer.
Okay, I feel
starting them two. That's the first.
Are they our safest pairing at the moment?
I think they are.
They probably are because they played the most together, haven't they?
Yeah. We've looked more defensively sound when it was Dyer and Toby.
Right.
In my opinion. I think we start them two. Pray Reguilón's back, which I reckon he is, because Davies played tonight. Yeah. So I don't think he would have played him if Reguilón weren't going to be back. I think Reguilón's going to be back.
I agree.
So I think Dyer, Toby, Reguilón will be back. Don't know who he goes on the right. Serge ain't back apparently, I don't think, is he? So I reckon he might go Tanganga.
Yeah.
I reckon he might.
But you know what? After tonight, he might go Doherty again, didn't he?
Yeah, I was about
he didn't do too much wrong.
No, he might go Doherty. But yeah, with Reguilón back, and I think if he goes Dyer and Toby, we can do this.
All right.
All we need is Son and Kane to have a good day. Ndombele have a good game in the middle.
They've got real power in the middle, though. That's the only thing. They've
I know.
They've got the Soucek and Rice.
They've got him and Rice that are really good, aren't they? They're doing really good together. They are doing really good in the middle together.
Yeah.
But if
If they had one
Underbelly
more in there,
and
then they could have
Hoiberg,
us in midfield. If they put 3 in
Hoiberg
midfield, they
and
can have us.
Underbelly have a good game, that they can match them two. They
Yeah.
can match them two.
All right.
If they should, I think they should be able to.
Mate,
I'm
I'm
not
really
saying they
looking
can.
forward to. I'll be looking forward to the reaction of the game with you. When have we got him? Is it
Wait,
Saturday or Sunday?
I don't know what's happened because this morning I was saying we was going to get beat. So just from this time, I've
What a
changed
difference a
my
win
mind and
makes,
I've
eh?
gone for it. But yeah, I reckon. I'm not saying we're going to fucking overrun them in the middle of the park. Not saying that at all. But them two should be able to, if they're on their best, should really match them.
Mm. I'm just worried about because they don't mind playing a bit of long ball. So if they bypass our midfield and they stick Souček up with, I don't know if Antonio's fit or not anyway, but if they have,
that's what I was just about to say.
yeah,
If Antonio
if they're going to be pumping
fit,
balls up to
we have more of
Souček
a
and
chance.
Antonio, we're going to have problems.
And Lingard, he's playing well, mate. I don't know if you've watched West Ham lately. I've watched.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm saying this because I've watched West Ham and they've been playing well. But this is the type of thing we could do. This is the type of thing we could do. Be on a bad run, come to a team who we think we're going to lose against, and we'll come back and flipping beat them.
It's very Spursy, isn't it, to do that?
We should be up for it. It's West Ham. We should be up for it. And I think Mourinho's letting them play a bit more like that.
He has to.
Yeah.
He has
So
to.
I think he's going to let them play. Regulon, with him putting his little crosses in, straight on Kane's head, fucking 1-0 Tottenham.
Yep, just keep the pressure on them. Keep the pressure on them. Keep the ball away from them, and do not let them lump any long balls up to our defenders. I've got my fingers crossed, mate. I really hope that does happen, and I'm really looking forward to catching up with you after the game. And then WAKO, I'll probably give you a shout.
Laugh at me when I've got it all wrong.
Huh?
Would you look forward to laughing at me when I've got it all wrong?
Quite possibly, yeah. I mean, what the fuck was you smoking, mate? We were never going to beat them.
What did you just say, though? Sorry, mate, I spoke over you. What did you just say before that?
No. I was just saying, if you, when we actually have the chat after the game, if they beat us, then I probably would be like, what the fuck was wrong with you? What made you think you had any fucking chance? No, but it will be interesting. It is quite Spursy. It is quite Spursy that we could pull a win out of the bag. So I don't actually think it's that crazy you saying that we'll win. I usually say dumb shit like that. But I was going to say, I'm going to probably give you a shout sometime during the weekend because me, Dean, possibly Ben will be getting together to have a quick chat to discuss what it personally means, what the word Spursy personally means to you. Because I think when you speak to other Spurs fans, you realise, okay, you're kind of on a wavelength, but I think that some people have a different idea of what it is. So we're gonna go through that at some point during the next week or so. So I'll give you a shout with that. And listen, really appreciate your time again today. Absolutely quality, WAKO. Finally got a win under our belt after a little while. So and then tough game on Saturday, I think.
Yeah, when is it? Saturday or Sunday? I don't know actually.
It's Thursday, so it's most likely to be Sunday anyway. But we'll be on time on N17. Comment on anything down below, and we'll look forward to seeing you for the game against West Ham. Don't forget, mash the like.
Mash the like.
Peace out, WAKO.
See you later, mate.
Peace.